Hey Taurus, welcome back to New Hope Tarot, where we will be doing your reading for, actually we are in the end of July, but this is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across this reading, that is when you are meant to hear this message. During the pre-shuffle, it was very interesting. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords kept coming out, and it felt like you were flip-flopping. The Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups came out again, and then the Six of Cups in reverse came out, the Six of Swords in reverse came out, but then the Six of Cups came out again, upright, and it was just like this back and forth of heart and head space, you know, and it strongly feels like you are trying to make some sort of decision, whether that's in business, relationship, I don't know, put that into the context of your life, but it feels like you're going back and forth from your heart space, your mind, you know, kind of just trying to decide something. And in the end, the Page of Swords came out, and the Commitment card came out in the Oracle deck. And what I got is that you finally are going to decide clearly on which path to commit to, which idea, which thought, which whatever you're going to clearly go on. You're going to clearly decide, okay? And then as far as the vision, what Spirit showed me was a cat's eye. And what I got from that is there's, again, clarity, but also protection and intuition. So, and maybe a bit of good luck as well. So take that how that resonates. Let's see what your cards have got to say here, Taurus. We have the Death card in reverse, the Nine of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Hangman, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse, and the Magician. Okay. And then the World in reverse at the bottom of the deck. This could be, again, that indecision with the World. I want to go in this direction, but I'm not sure. I want to go in this direction, but I'm not sure. You know, this back and forth movement, I'm drawn to the reflection. You keep going back and forth, heart space, head space, back and forth. And that may be the struggle currently. You may not have made the decision yet. But whatever it is, a change does need to happen. Some sort of change does need to happen. I can also see here with this Death card in reverse that this transition may be difficult for you, whatever this is. You may have been in this place for quite some time. So in whatever you're in. So let's say you've been in one job for a very long time. So transitioning into a different job may be difficult for you. And you may have a hard time aligning with something else because you have done something for so long. Maybe that's what's causing this back and forth thing. And ultimately what I'm seeing here with this Two of Cups is that maybe you don't have to decide wholly on your heart space or wholly on your mind space. Maybe you can meld them together. I feel like this has taken quite some time for you to decide with the Hangman here. Because ultimately, you just don't want to be disappointed. It's like you're trying to avoid disappointment here with this Five of Cups in reverse. It also feels like you don't want to start from the ground up. Like you're like, I don't want to rebuild something from scratch. It also feels like you don't feel like you want to take charge in something. Like you don't want to be the lead. You don't want to have to be the person that people rely on consistently. It feels like you want things a little bit more laxed, is what I'm getting here. You want things to be a lot more smoother. You don't want to, you like thinking, you like doing, but you don't really want to be the head person. You just kind of want to do the you know? So, okay, for instance, if this is a job, maybe you don't want to be a manager, you know, or you don't want to work in corporate, you know, maybe you just kind of want to clock in, clock out, you know, kind of an energy. I want to piddle around. I want to do this job. I want to, you know, just take care of people and not have to worry about all the, you know, all the other moving parts. I just kind of want to do, not, you know, overthink, over strategize, over organize, all of the things. If this is in a relationship, you also don't want to be in a relationship where you're the constant doer and you're constantly relied on. You want things to have more flow, you know, a little bit more flex. Yeah, you want things to work in alignment with you. Okay. Let's get a, wow. Okay. You're definitely undecided. You're definitely undecided. Can I have a clarifier for the Magician, please? So at this point, it still feels like you are unclear which path you want to take. Yeah, you don't want things to be out of balance. You want things to be flowing. You don't want to have to give too much of your time or energy. You want to give just the right amount. Anything that takes an excess of your time, energy, resources, you don't want any part of. That's what I'm getting here. Queen of Pentacles. Remember I said you want things to be balanced. Here it is. You want it to be where you lean on them, they lean on you. Whether this is a relationship or a job, you want to coexist. You want to co-work with your people. You want things to really, I want to say another word other than balance, but that's all I got. You want things to just be neutral. All right, can I have a card here for the Emperor? Yeah, King of Swords. I'm telling you, in reverse, you just don't want to be the head. You don't want to be the head honcho. You don't mind doing the work. You don't mind taking action. You don't mind doing any of the things. You don't mind the doing. I said it before. Here it is again. You don't mind the doing. What you mind is the overdoing. You're done with that. That's what I'm getting here. You're done with that. You're like, no more. All right, advice, and then we'll close it out with an oracle card. Advice, unless Spirit wants additional information, which, you know, happens from time to time. Three of Swords in reverse. yeah, you no longer want heartache. You don't want things to weigh on you. You don't want to be pulled in different directions. As far as advice is concerned, with this Three of Swords in reverse, you want things to be lighter on you, you know? So make the decision based on what's ultimately going to be best for you, not what people are expecting of you. Hangman in reverse. Oh, no, not again. It looks like you're going to decide. You're taking action. King of Wands. Again, you're going to decide. You're going to decide what is best. Okay, so apparently that's going to look different for everybody because we have the Hangman in reverse, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles, right? You're going to go with your heart's desire. You will decide with the Hangman in reverse. You're no longer going to be in this limbo, right? You're going to decide what is right for you in action form, not in authoritative form. That's fantastic. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Again, people will rely on you and you will rely on them, right? Because you're holding the pentacle. This is a very give and take, balanced sort of situation. If that situation has not arisen, it will. But it's coming and you will decide very, very, very clearly. Wow. Taurus. The amount of confidence that is here is absurd. It's a cool, quiet, collective confidence within yourself. You know who you are, you know what you deserve, and you're not settling for anything less. Damn. The Bone Collector. I'm going to keep it down here so I can take a good look at it. And the Wizard of Awareness. Wow, I literally just said that. Didn't I just say, it's like the self-awareness, this knowledge of who you are. That's what this is. That is exactly what this is. And, you know, there's this childlike energy to you, but also this very wise intelligence and knowledge that you have. And it just feels like you want things to be lighter, be freer. You know, you just want things to kind of have a beautiful flow without too much effort. I hope that makes sense. I don't know what you're doing or what you're thinking about doing or what this is, but this is quite beautiful. And let me tell you, this is the cleanest spread I've done so far. And I've done the majority of them. This is, again, this is very, very clear cut. And I feel like that's because that's how your energy is very clear. Even though, you know, you may be going back and forth in one thing, I feel like that's the only thing that's really affecting you. Nothing else outside of this doesn't appear that is truly affecting anything. But even if that's the case, this is very clear. Like whenever it comes up and you make the decision, it's going to be the best decision for you, clearly. All right, my beautiful Taurus, that's what I have for you. I'm honestly impressed with whatever it is you're doing and however it is you're doing it. Applause for you. Until we meet again, I hope this did resonate with you. If it did, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Bye.